It's been a while since I served behind a bar, and even back then I never really learned the intricate art of mixology or cocktail making, quite unlike my interviewee today, Jamie Barter. As bar manager here at Drgnfly in Ashley Cross, he has wowed customers time and time again with his Asian-inspired concoctions, and I want to find out more about his process. Thank you for joining us today, Jamie.
Pleasure.
Pleasure to be back in Drgnfly, where you've been working for, how long is it now?
We're coming up to 11 months, so we're a brand new business. Some people might remember this before. It was Patrick's, very different sort of vibe. So the general idea of this is pan-Asian. As you can tell, there is a lot of Asian theme here. Everything more or less in the building is real. There's heritage going back at least 400 years on some of these things. So
Wow.
Yeah, real piece of art, I suppose.
Yeah, that's amazing. I mean, you've sort of served in and around Ashley Cross for the last few years. Of course, you were at the Dancing Moose before this, and Le Bateau and a couple of the other places as well, I think. Yes?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
It's sort of a running joke around here, really. The phrase "I get around" is often repeated, so yes.
Did you ever sort of intend to make a career out of as a bartender?
Originally, no. It was a part-time side job. It was just something just to try and get some more money in. In hindsight, that was a bit misguided because there isn't a whole lot of money doing this.
No.
But I just fell in love with it for a variety of reasons. I love the lifestyle, the creative side of it.
Yeah.
And actually, you very much get to pick and choose how you want to shape your career, really.
Sure, yeah. And so, because you didn't start in Ashley Cross, where was your first bar job?
It was a little country pub called The Angel, out sort of Ferndown way.
Oh, right, okay.
Very, very different, but at the time ran by a phenomenal general manager who she ignited my passion for it, really.
Yeah, okay.
And showed me the right ways of doing things. So when I did eventually come over here, it was good habits and a real hunger for it that helped me take off, really.
I see. Now, since coming to work for Drgnfly, you've actually created a number of the cocktails on the menu yourself. That's correct, isn't it?
Correct, yeah. The first menu we brought out, that was entirely mine. That was,
oh, really?
I didn't have very long to do that one as well, but it was a couple of years of trying things out and experimenting on people, to be honest, and then eventually being able to go and do it for myself, which is so scary, because that's 3 years worth of work and passion just being exposed to the world.
Sure.
The current menu that we're on at the moment, that was a collection of everyone that worked here. I had a lot of input in that, but I've got to really hand it to my guys. Some of the top sellers and the best ones are actually all theirs, and more power to them, really. I've been in this 3 years, 4 years. Some of these guys have only been doing it 18 months, and they've really sort of risen to the occasion. So that's awesome.
I mean, I can do the classics fine when it comes to cocktails, but actually shaping one from scratch, I wouldn't know where to start. What is the process for you?
It depends. There'll be a spirit that I like, maybe something I've seen on Instagram, a new fashion, for example, or I think when we spoke last time I said sometimes there'll just be a garnish that you want to do, and then you create a cocktail around that. There is so much potential, and there is no set way of doing things. The level of creativity out there at the moment is just incredible. It's great. You come in with a different day with a different passion, and you just do something entirely unique.
Yeah. I'm going to throw in an unplanned question here on that. Are there any sort of bartenders, out there worldwide on Instagram, like you say, that you follow more closely, sort of try to emulate their style, maybe?
Definitely. I think each person will naturally fall into whatever it is that interests them at that time. I love the fact that there's a really scientific approach to bartending at the moment. It just doesn't excite me that much. You see these guys doing loads of crazy things with liquid nitrogen or all different things. That's great. That's not really my thing. No. I like the classic style, just executed perfectly. That's really what excites me.
I see.
So yeah, to answer your question, there is everything weird and wonderful out there, and then there are people, particularly the Japanese, that are just so intricate in the way they do things, and very methodical, I suppose you'd say.
That is interesting, because I mean, when I think of cocktail bartending, I think usually New York, or
Correct.
well, the USA at any rate. My mind does not even teeter towards Japan when it comes to cocktails, but I suppose that's what Drgnfly is all about as well, to
It's
sort
a
of bring
homage
that
to both, I suppose, because if you look at America, that came out of Prohibition. So
Yes.
that style of bartending is about speed. It's about dirty bars underground that were actually illegal at the time. Whereas
Yeah, of
Japan
course.
never had that. Japan
No.
always had a heritage in their culture for like real perfection and real intricate detail. And that, even if you go over to our food, I mean, that is sushi. That is what sushi is. Sashimi, nigiri. These are the very, very best cuts and the very best. So when it transfers into the bartending side of things, you can really see the parallels.
I see. And out of the number that you have created for Drgnfly, do you have a favourite? Is there could you name a favourite?
Yes, definitely. We've got a section of our menu that's called the bamboo section. The owner, there's little themes of bamboo throughout the restaurant, and the owner really, really likes that as a semantic. So he basically tasked us with, I want a red bamboo, a black bamboo, and a green bamboo to pay homage to all the different types. What it ended up being was our oddball section of the menu.
Okay.
So all of the cocktails do include egg white, which scares people a little bit at first. The best way to explain that is it's like baking a cake. You can't taste the egg white. It's there for texture, for fluffiness. But then from that, whilst they do keep in with the colours, they don't look anything like they taste, and there's something really special in each of them that is just entirely unique.
That's interesting.
So sorry, to answer your question again, the red bamboo is my favourite. It contains a spirit called mezcal, which is smoked 100% agave tequila. That is my favourite, that one. It's just so out there. I think it will do really well in competition as well.
Oh yeah, excellent. Is that a step that you're going to be taking, do you think?
I'll be honest, I've been a little bit fearful of doing it because you are really on the world stage there. But yeah, definitely, I've got to do that at some stage, I believe.
That's amazing. That's brilliant.